Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are getting back to Squid Game. This is season 2, episode 4. This one's called 6 Legs. And okay, that title's crazy, but I got questions as to what the hell's going to happen with Frontman now being in the games. I guess we'll have to see.
6 legs? Maybe that means a new game for us, but I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to find out because we need some new games. I think it'll be a lot of fun after the last one.
I am all in after episode 3. What a banger. Can't wait to see what they bring us for this one.
Can't wait to see what the people are going to do in this one. I'm sure plenty of red shirt deaths are coming. Let's go!
Hey, Steve, can I get a water?
Coming right up. Got a fresh pack right down here. Oh, my back. Oh.
Uh-oh. Looks like Steve's back just called it quits.
Some help would be good right about now.
Yeah, you're going to need some help with that, Steve. Your injury could be worth millions. You should consider calling Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm.
With more than 1,000 lawyers and 4,000 case staff ready to fight for you if you become their client.
But Steve's worried. He doesn't have the cash to pay for expensive legal fees. Worry no more. Morgan & Morgan will fight for every penny you deserve. And guess what? The fee is absolutely free. Unless you win. But Steve doesn't want to sue his boss, even though he hasn't gotten his surgery bills covered in the last 6 months. Steve, when you sue for an injury, you're not suing your boss. You're suing the insurance company.
So if you've been a victim in a workplace injury or any other personal injury, you can hit the link in the description to get Morgan & Morgan to fight for you.
Steve did, and now he's back in the game.
He's trying to take a deep breath.
It's a new game time.
Boy.
Oh, they're getting a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's what it's
it
called.
is.
Those big boxes.
That could
pretty
fit
bow.
a human in them?
Oh, yeah.
Undertaker!
Oh my guy's doing Paul Bear impressions over here.
Okay, is that marked on purpose?
Are we stealing organs again? Do we have another doctor doing surgeries?
Hey, so we should...
Might as well. I mean, you might as well. That's why there's so many, at least in that game, headshots. Then that leaves all these organs good to go.
You'd think that would be a little bit of a waste of time and resources if they're just trying to get rid of the bodies.
It's all for show.
Oh, lunchtime.
그냥 차라리 잘 된 걸 수도 있어. 응? 넌 어떨지 모르겠는데 솔직히 난 저 이성 갖고 나가봤자 빚진 거 이자도 못 내. 딱 한 게임만 더 해가지고 여기서 나가면은
There it is. Yep. Just one more.
결국 여기서 죽었어.
선생님이 살리시면 되죠.
Now they're still wearing the patches.
Yeah.
Mr. Blue.
때문에 동그라미 눌렀어요.
Because of you.
선생님 얘기 듣고선 딱 한 게임만.
Oh, see, it did work against them.
Oh no, he's guilt
Front man.
He's guilt tripping him. He's guilt tripping him. Your story made us stay.
Yep.
Backfired.
한 게임 먼저 하시죠.
우승했으면 다음 게임도 잘했다는 거 아니야. 다음 게임 뭐냐?
달고나 뽑기였어요.
달고나요? 그 설탕 녹인 거 뽑는 그 달고나요?
4가지 모양 중 하나를 선택해서 뽑는 거였어요.
그러면은 제일 쉬운 게 뭐였어?
삼각형.
제일 어려운 건 뭐였어?
Umbrella.
The umbrella.
By far.
Umbrella is a shape?
뽑은 놈들이 있어요?
Oh my.
그럼 우리 전부 다 삼각형만 뽑으면 되겠네요. 이거 웬만하면 다 통과할 수 있을 것 같은데? 그죠?
Exactly, yep.
Yep.
그럼 괜히 목숨
Here we go. Gotta take each other out.
You risk your lives for nothing.
지금 들은 얘기라.
Boy, for being in this game, you have 0 sweat on you and no dirt or anything from the first game at 001.
내가 알고 있는 사실을 모든 사람들에게 알려줄 겁니다.
See, he will continue.
Ah, there's the look. All right, time to switch up the games, maybe. What do you think? He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it.
근데 넌 뭐 뽑았어?
Umbrella.
엄마, 내가 중요한 걸 알아냈어.
Uh-oh.
Eggs gone?
이거 더 먹어요.
Oh, she was the one that was sick.
애기 생각해서
I knew it.
Oh,
계란이
well, yeah, that was.
사람한테 좋아.
They were. She was
Yeah,
in the
she was
hospital.
in the hospital. Yep.
That's right.
In the
Yep.
Damn it.
그래서
episode.
받아준
first.
애만 해도 이 열 손가락으로 다
She was supposed to see the doctor next, and she left.
거 아니에요.
엄마, 여기서 뭐해?
깜짝이야.
누나가 지금 이러고 있을 때가 아니야.
왜? 잠깐만. 아유, 알았어. 담 남기지 말고 뭔가 낌새가 이상하다. 뭔지 나 저쪽에 있어. 저쪽에. 어? 아, 진짜 혼내기야.
Now, mom's gonna tell her clearly.
뭐 하나 여쭤봐도 될까요?
Been hanging around a lot, number one.
여기서 우승해서 나가셨다면서요. 그럼 상금 456억 받으셨을 텐데 설마 그걸 다 쓰신 거예요?
너 또 경마했어?
X를 눌러서 여길 나갔으면 사람들이 정말로 좋아했을까요? 나중에 어디서 절 만나면 그때 살려줘서 정말 감사하다고 지금은 행복하게 살고 있다고 그럴까요?
아 그래. 이왕
Well,
이렇게
he won all that money. You think he was happy?
대호입니다. 강대호입니다, 형님.
아 대호 씨 우리 알아요?
456번 형님. 어람! 할 때부터.
This fan.
어람! 너무 멋있었습니다.
잠깐.
왜요, 형님?
해병 몇 기야?
Oh,
Oh, these two are going to bond pretty
Yeah.
quick.
있어? 대호. 왠지 아까부터 끌리는 느낌 있었어. 나 746개야. 기압이 차 있구만.
we were getting comedy
Oh, I
here.
was not ready for having any kind of levity here.
맛있어?
Even the music. Bump, bump.
날린 것만 5억이 넘어.
난 3억.
님 잘해서 돈 많이 벌어야 된다.
Or what, Thanos?
조그만 게 씨발 먹는 건 존나 밝혀. 내놔. 싫은데?
너 이게 그렇게 먹고 싶어? 타노스님이 먹여줄게.
Oh,
맛있지?
I can't wait till he
he's
gets
gonna
got.
snap.
Yeah.
Yep.
이 새끼야.
And with the drugs he takes, it's
Yeah.
only a matter of time before he does get.
내가 너 때문에 잃은 돈이 얼만데 이 씨발놈아. 이 새끼야.
형, 저도 한 대만 때릴게, 씨발.
Let me get in there, he
Oh,
says.
jeez.
어린애들이라 그런지 이런 데 와서도 힘이 남아 도네요.
저거 다 크게 다치겠는데 누가 좀 말려야 되는 거 아닐까?
제가요?
Oh, front man going to get some?
나와서 함부로 나불대지 말고 집에 가서 아저씨 자식 새끼나 잘 키워.
뭐라 그랬네?
이 새끼한테 나라고. 그런 게지.
Oh,
씨발 새끼.
Wrong thing to talk.
oh, shin kick.
Wrong thing to talk to him
Wrong
about.
guy to mess with.
Don't mention it yet. Don't mention his wife or his kids.
Yeah.
We learned from the mom.
Take that, Thanos. Got your ass whipped better than the Avengers did.
I hope we don't lose Thanos, though.
Oh, we're not going to lose him here.
No.
He's our main antagonist here.
That's our main right there.
That's our villain. The antagonist.
He's
here.
just, guys, he's just giving people an opportunity. How's he a villain?
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's clearly a
Opportunist.
consensual opportunity.
Yeah. Opportunity.
And force anybody to be here,
When opportunity knocks, Andrew.
except 182 people who voted that they wanted to leave. Now they have to stay.
All right, here we go. Let's see what Kang's up to.
Let's see what sort of digs they set him up with at this joint.
Well, we did see before.
Yeah, we saw
it's-
this.
Yeah, it's purely just simple.
Yeah,
It's a
real
rocker bed.
sparse.
Oh, yeah, it's
Little
real.
dorm room.
나연아! 보호자 되세요? 네, 제가 아빠입니다. 빨리 서현대학병원으로 가주세요.
The opportunity is going to come for her to take him out, isn't it?
Yep.
I don't know.
Oh, remember
I
the
don't know
games
if
they
I
were-
call it an opportunity. The task.
Remember the silly games they played in the first one
Yep.
during their bunks?
맞죠?
Oh, she
Oh,
was.
this poor mom. Man, I don't have a good feeling about her at all. Surviving.
안 주무시면 잠깐 얘기 좀 나눌 수 있을까요?
Still wearing their vote.
딱 그쪽 탓으로 돌린 건 제가 지나쳤습니다.
You think he'd be suspicious since he's a number one as well, just like last season. I mean, it can't be coincidence.
저 와이프가 많이 아픕니다.
Or can't.
우선 간경화 때문에 간 이식을 해야 되는데 근데 병원에서 검사를 받다가 뱃속에 애가 있는 걸 알게 됐어요.
Damn. I don't even know if this is true or not.
Well, some of it is.
That's
From
right.
what
I
we
just don't
learned
know if he's
from
giving us true detail or kind of.
구해지고 와이프 상태 나빠지고 돈은 빌릴 수 있는 데까지 다 빌렸는데도
Yep.
저 돈이 꼭 필요합니다.
저게 남의 목숨값이라고 그래도 전 저 돈으로
I mean, the first time he played, yeah. Not this time.
애기 꼭 살리고 싶습니다.
This is heavy dialogue, just showing that what that money represents to so many of these people. It's not just about, voting to get out. It's not that simple for so many of these people. Now, what are the stories?
It's interesting we're seeing that out of front there.
And
there
they talk
is.
about the liver, and then
Yep,
boom, I was
right.
wondering if they're going to come back to this.
Right to it.
이것뿐이야? 나머지는?
이미 장기가 상했어. 내가 말했잖아. 최대한 숨이 붙어 있는 거 가져.
Oh, live ones.
맞췄는데.
Oh, I missed on purpose.
더 싸서 확인 사살했어.
That's the whole purpose of this, because there
Yep,
he is.
there's the leg shot. Yep.
Yep.
다리에 맞은 놈 머리에 싸서 확실히 죽였어.
11.
Well, I don't know if that was the other shooter, but what I meant to say is now it makes sense for the whole shot in the
we
leg.
got our answer on if
Yep.
they're doing the organs again.
Well, now we know why he shot him in the leg.
Yep. So who's the second in command here?
Identity confirmed. How?
수술실입니다.
어떻게 됐어?
대부분 머리나 심장에 총을 맞고 즉사했고 숨이 붙어있는 놈들은 누군가 확인 사살을 해서 쓸만한 상품이 별로 없습니다.
누가 한 짓이야?
11번 같습니다.
Yep, player 11. Player 11 is going to be under a scope now. So there might be some repercussions from that.
Oh,
Here we go.
boy.
Oh, Nikes.
11번. 부대장님 호출이다.
I don't like this piano. Oh, there's.
This set design, man.
I know.
Layout is just crazy.
Whose painting was that? That it's all the stairs.
Oh yeah, where it's like infinite. Yeah.
Yeah, where it's you don't know where you are.
확인되었습니다.
Identity confirmed. It is square.
Maybe the square is slightly out of proportion, and it knows which square-ish shape it is.
Which I want to be rhombus.
Well, let's not forget about the amount of money they invested in
Yeah,
this compound.
We should have a door like that at the studio.
You're right on it.
덥지 않을 거면 방해는 하지 말라고 했을 텐데.
Already warned.
우리가 처음 만난 지 얼마나 됐지?
잘 기억이 나지 않습니다.
내 기억으로는 7년 정도 된 것 같아.
7 years. How the hell does that work?
내가 널 처음 만나러 갔을 때 난 싸구려 병실에서 시체처럼 멍하니 허공만 보고 누워 있었지. 저격총 하나로 추격자를 다 쏴 죽이고 혼자 휴전선 경계까지 뚫고 내려왔다는 게 믿을 수가 없었어.
Whoa.
So she's very skilled.
지난번에 참가자 한 놈한테 수술을 시키고 게임을 알려주는 바람에 문제가 생겼지만 이번엔 우리가 직접 밖에서 의사를 데리고 왔어.
Yep.
발각될 리도 없고 만에 하나 발각된다고 해도
그런 문제가 아닙니다.
그럼 뭐가 문제야?
Easy with that cigarette.
부대장님께서 처음 저를 찾아오셨을 때 제가 여기서 할 일은 아무런 삶의 희망이 없는 사람들을 고통 없이 편히 쉬게 해주는 일.
Oh, wow.
전 그 말을 믿고 그 일을 하려고 여기 왔습니다. 변한 건 부대장님이십니다.
So he was also in the North Korean army.
그런 놈들 장교로 살 수 있는 사람 살리는 게 뭐가 잘못됐어?
더 이상 지시할 게 없으시면 이만 돌아가겠습니다.
Two different visions colliding. And you, wow. He's probably gonna have to make some decisions, some hard decisions.
Ruined a perfectly good drink there, dude.
Yeah, very good. They got plenty of bottles of it all around the compound.
게임이 이미 시작됐으면 남은 시간은 길어야 5일입니다. 최대한 빨리 움직여야 돼.
알았어. 날씨만 개면은 바로 움직일 수 있게 준비해놨으니까 조심해서 내려와.
You gotta wait for the weather?
If it rains for 3 days.
Yeah.
Gonna need a bigger boat.
Need a bigger boat.
마음 편안하게 한잔해. 어차피 오늘은 못 나가니까. 선장님,
내일 배 띄울 수 있는 건 확실한 거죠?
Yeah, see?
Got to.
와 그렇게 급해? 어? 2년을 찾아다니도 못 찾은 슴을 갑자기 어떻게 찾?
Okay, so 2 years.
선 사장님 얘기 선장님도 들으셨구나. 뭐 그냥 방영사한테 잠깐.
A rough idea.
성기훈이라고 그 게임에서 우승했다는 사람이 그 사람이 그놈들한테 복수하겠다고 여기다가 추적기를 박아놓고 일부러 그 섬에 들어갔어. 근데 이 정보가 어디서 센 건지.
Who was leaking the intel?
그놈들이 진짜로 있더라고. 그 가면 쓴 놈들 내가 봤다니까. 그놈들이 클럽에서 내 목에다가 이 전기를 치져갔다.
I was wearing a horse mask.
Yeah.
어쨌든 선장님도 이제 한 배 탄 겁니다. 어? 같이 살든가 같이 죽든가. 죽긴 왜 죽어. 내가 그 배 휘잡은 게 10년이야 10년. 어? 밑거리는 사람도 없었어. 네, 선장님만 믿습니다.
I'm skeptical of the captain here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Everybody's lined up on the triangle.
삼각형이 제일 쉬운 거 맞죠?
There's got to be something here.
They've got to switch up the game or something. No, maybe not.
I got to imagine they're only serving a certain amount.
Yeah, and then the triangle runs out.
Oh my God.
Holy.
Oh.
그게 삼각형이야. 해병대도 못해 이런 거는.
이게 뭐야? 이 양반 때문에 우리 다 죽게 생겼어.
Can you change your line?
Oh my, this has to be a bad
dream sequence.
Dream sequence.
Dreams. I told you guys.
He would have been able to survive because you just told him lick from the back for.
You see all those little lines on there?
But I'm just saying.
3 minutes?
Optimistic
3
over
minutes.
here. Like,
They'd all be dead. That's what would have happened.
He would have survived. More money for him and won.
Oh.
좋네.
Just.
oh, now this is gonna be crazy with.
진짜 몰랐나 보네. 보고도 쌩까는 건 줄 알았는데.
Oh, Jesus.
Didn't even know.
너 지금 이 몸으로 여기서 도대체 뭘 어떻게 하겠다는 건데?
너한테 책임지라고 할 거 아니니까 너 하던 대로 해. 되게 안 어울려.
Oh.
그 말 하려고 왔어?
아니, 구경 왔어. 너 처맞은 거.
Oh.
보기 좋네.
Wow.
I'm building up the walls around my heart right now, moving forward. Cold Diamond Dave is taking over.
Oh, shit.
I ain't not getting attached to any character. All these people are dead.
They might well be wearing red tracksuits.
Exactly.
너 때문에 못 나간 거야.
Yep.
Yeah. His vote. Everybody
would've
can.
done it.
Yep. Your vote would have done it.
Yep.
So it looks like so far they're keeping him on.
유나, 삼각형
If that's the
너만
game.
믿는다 친구야.
Counting on you, buddy.
Oh no.
게임이나 가겠다.
It's time to play the game.
It's all about the game and how you play it.
Yeah, they're still wearing their X's and O's.
And if you can take it.
Good old pro wrestling.
Motorhead.
Evolution. Let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be what we think. I don't think so. This looks different.
Well, the title was Six-Legged.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks different.
Yeah, it's not a schoolyard.
Six-legged or six legs, whichever. Oh, what is this?
환영합니다. 이번 게임은 단체전입니다.
Oh no.
Yep.
명씩 팀을 짜주세요. 다시 한번 알려드립니다.
Teams of 5.
이번 게임은 단체전입니다.
Well, half you ain't gonna win.
팀을 짜주세요.
에보나가 팀을 짜서 뽑는 건가? 아닌 것 같아요.
아니면 뭔데요?
Hey pal, I don't know.
Yeah.
세상 잘난 척을 혼자 다 하더니 당신 개소리 믿고 여기 남은 사람들 어떡할 거야? 당신 책임질 거야! 그만하시죠.
Just a little scuffle of the dirt.
Now 10 minutes to get into 5 teams.
Yeah.
어디 가게? 어디 가게?
아니, 우리도 팀 짜야지. 지금 빨리 안 지금 좋은 팀에 못 들어가.
Oh, now comes everybody has to join a team. They want certain people on their team, others not.
목숨 걸 만한 사람을 하나 찾아와. 아, 필승. 움직여.
These two cracked me up.
Look at this, great.
Oh no! Think about that. Do you bring her on to help you win, or
absolutely?
나랑 같이 하자.
Or is she a liability?
너도 팀은 짜야 될 거 아니야.
Everybody's a liability, Dave.
저기요. 저 두 사람 필요하신 거면 같이 할 수 있을까요?
아 그래요? 잘 됐네.
Until they see.
미안한데 우린 따로 찾는 사람이 있어서.
아 여기. It's giving me flashbacks to the last season.
Yeah.
That's his mom face.
어머니 아니고 우리 엄마야.
Here we go.
여기 왜 들어왔는데?
Senorita, excuse me.
Senorita again.
내가 왜?
이 형 누구지 몰라요? 래퍼 타노스.
It's gonna take out half of humanity with his raps.
선수님이 널 지켜줄게.
타노스. 그럼 인피니티 스톤은 다 모았고?
There it is. That's why I was wondering why he had his nails painted. That's perfect. Oh my god. I see that.
What's up? Nice to meet you, my brother. Welcome to the Thanos world. He's 귀엽다 너. Come on.
I'm thinking because he's like, I need someone to sacrifice.
That's the vibe I 100% got.
얘들 올 사람.
He found another one.
해병이 3명이면 천하무적이지. 응? 어때요? 난 마음에 드는데.
저기요.
Front man.
아 미안해. 우리가 5명이 다 차가지고.
도와주세요. 아이가 있어요.
Oh god damn.
Oh, and
Oh, you know how frontman's
001
gonna be.
I keep calling him 001. But yeah, frontman, I think.
Team up.
There's 4.
Team up.
저희랑
There we go.
이런
Remember,
못된 것들을
the mom
봤나?
was wondering about her in the first
Oh no.
And then the witch.
안 들어? 이런 작두칼에 찢어 죽일 것.
Jesus.
Oh, now you're a team.
이번 게임은 5인 6각 근대 5종 경기입니다.
A pentathlon.
함께 출발하여 심의
Tied together.
다음 단계로 갈 수 있습니다. 5개의 미션은 1번 딱지치기.
What?
Oh, we're doing that.
미션을 수행할 참가자를 정해주세요.
He's gonna play what game?
뭐 잘하세요?
Yeah, this doesn't have anything to do with strength or endurance or anything at all.
사녀 1남 중에 막내라 누나들이 많아갖고 어릴 때부터 조금씩 했었습니다.
All right.
Dude's gonna be a pro at it.
해병이 못하는 게 어딨어?
There's nothing a Marine can't do.
I'm wondering if he
자신
just
있는지
got the
얘기해보죠.
tattoo and was an ex-Marine.
He seems like he's pretty legit.
그래도 제가 더 많이 이겼어요.
Okay, so she's good at that.
뭘 더 잘하세요?
전 뭐 기훈 씨가 정해주는 걸로 할게요.
Yeah, of course.
제 이름은
저 친구분의 이름 부르.
The first slip.
편하세요?
Yeah. He's got to put it together that he's number one.
Yeah.
그럼 기훈 씨는 뭐 더 잘하세요?
Slip number 1.
It's usually
이가 좀가.
저 팽이 하겠습니다.
it's usually the good guy that slips up, you know, in movies and TV shows that slips up somehow to give away their identity. It's never the bad guy.
자, 하나, 둘, 셋.
필승! Smart.
Victory at all
1번 팀,
costs.
2번 팀.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
They've been hanging out with Peacemaker.
게임을 시작합니다.
Let's get it!
Oh, first try. She totally missed. So what do you? How does this? Okay.
급을 닫지 마세요.
Do not step. Oh, he's. Jeez.
다른 걸 줘요, 빨리.
Oh, you have to get that stone.
Oh.
Don't get that. Oh.
What happens if you fall?
비석치기는 실패하면 시간이 많이 지체되겠어요.
No pressure.
There we go. Well, there's a line on the
Yeah.
on the track
Or-
too for where that stone sits up on.
Oh, I see.
Oh shit! Is that bad? Just eats up time.
Oh my god.
Okay, I thought it was something that you can't knock that down. It has to be the rock. So good to see that that's
Yeah.
not the case.
Oh, almost
Okay,
got
so
it.
you-
There you
so
go.
you-
All of them at once?
처음부터 다시 해주세요.
Oh, nice.
So you got to catch them all and then flip them all and land them
Flip
on your
them in
hand.
your hand.
On a wow.
Oh,
And then go from there, and then I think get all of them back in. You son of a bitch! How did you miss that? 1, 2.
catch them. Oh, just barely. Oh,
성공.
wow. As close as you could get.
Oh, they all fell.
Hey, there you
How
go.
much time is left? It
Over the line. Market zero, dude. Holy shit.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Market zero, dude. Over the line. There are
Market
rules.
zero, dude.
There are rules. Okay, what is this?
So how do you?
They did say it. Yeah, how's this game played now?
I think you've.
Oh,
I think you got to
shit.
wind it and then
And then-
throw it, and it's gotta. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh,
Oh no, they're done. They're done, man.
oh, these guys are
Oh,
finished.
see. Oh, he's what? Yeah.
Oh. 1, 2, 1.
Yeah, no one's having fun now.
Oh. One minute.
Because that thing is supposed to spin,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
실패하면 시간이 더 많이 걸릴 것 같은데.
Yeah, you got to wind it back up.
Yep. and then you
It'll
gotta-
take even longer if you mess up.
So-
So like how one said it to him, he's
저 자신 없으면은 저랑 자리 바꾸시면은
내가 있을 자리는 천지신명님께서 정해주시는 자리. 니들은 니들 자리나 잘 지켜.
Oh gosh.
You fools.
발송마다 밥.
Hey,
Hey, look at
성공.
Hey!
Oh,
With 17 seconds.
17.
성공.
Oh my gosh, what's gonna happen, man?
4, 3, 2, 1.
제한 시간이 끝났습니다.
Next.
Yeah, now imagine the teams who have to go second.
After seeing that.
After seeing that, yeah.
This shit's already hard.
이제 다 죽게 생겼어. 동그라미 두는 놈들 때문에 다 죽게 생겼다고. 이제 어떻게 할 거야? 당신들 이거 할 수 있어.
This guy.
했던 거 그 십자가 안에 있었던 거 있잖아요.
I don't know what the f- are you talking about. 약쟁이 새끼.
You call him that? Meanwhile.
그러니까 여자 뽑지 말자 했잖아. 말을 재수 없어.
진짜 병신이네. 졸려서 약이나 처먹는 새끼가.
씨발년.
Oh boy, this isn't even going to go.
Need teamwork.
Oh, they're coming right out with it.
Oh yeah, they gotta tidy up the venue. Oh, he's still
still
alive.
For now, they need him alive.
Yep, they're gonna mark the coffin.
That's what the marking was.
Yep.
We saw the cross.
Yep.
There it is.
Yep.
열어.
We got another
명령이야.
rogue?
Well, that's triangle. Is that Kang? Making sure.
This is an all new level, dude, because there's a lot of stuff in the background going on. Like, see, he's watching. Oh, boy. I have confidence in this team.
저는 믿어요. 우리가 해낼 수 있다는 걸. 우리 여기 뒤에 있는 사람들한테 이런 게임 아무것도 아니라는 걸 한번 보여주자고요.
That's the thing. It's like the games aren't necessarily that hard. It's just the stress of the condition that you're in.
Well, clearly it is hard for some. If you pick the wrong player for
that dice one where they got to flip them and catch them.
yeah, dude, that's
No.
Oh, what? We're not even going to find out.
That's time.
I mean, I knew we were getting close, but I thought,
Yeah, I didn't know if they were going to do like a time jump with everything, or not a time jump, but they're going to do like almost like a montage of folks going through. That was way too close.
There's a lot in this episode.
Very.
Lot.
And well, this and again,
we want to talk about this one for you.
yeah. Well, and again, a whole new game that we hadn't seen before. So this was, new to all of us. Not really knowing the games. I mean, yeah, we kind of put it together what most of them were, but I think the dice one is the one that threw me off with how they had to do it and what the technique or whatever they had to do. So that was pretty wild. But what I'm intrigued by is Kang and the Black Square, I'll just call them for lack of a better term, it's how I'm going to describe them. They said they knew each other for 7 years, and I get the vibe they were both in the military together because they talked about what Kang had done in the past, how brave she was or how good she was at her job. So if Kang was fleeing North Korea, are we to believe that they were North Korean military and now that's kind of who's behind this? Again, if I'm grasping at straws here, let me know. But that's kind of what it seems like to me because that's where she came from. She had that photograph in the car of her and her husband both in military uniform, and she was trying to find her kid. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards here as to what their connection is. But again, we got our answer. We got our answer way early on with if they were still doing everything they were doing from season 1. But for me, that's kind of the big question. Again, the our captain trying his best, Jun-ho trying to get the police to believe his story to get to the island. I'm not sure I trust the captain because they said somebody must have spoke, and he just came off a little bit odd to me when he said, "Oh, so it's true, everything that Jun-ho told me," and I wasn't believing it. So I don't know how I feel about him. Again, I don't know how they're going to find this damn island. I said it in the last one that I like Jun-ho's character, but their whole story, I'm not sure it's worth the time that it's taking up in the show for me at this point, because they're just kind of sitting around waiting. I'm not sure what's going on there. So that's the only, I guess if I had a complaint, that's it, is that they're not being given enough to do, essentially, or enough to kind of suck you in to what they're into. And again, maybe it's because what we're seeing here with Gi-hun is that and the games are just so intense and so crazy, and we're getting invested in these characters so much. Maybe that's what it is. But either way, another great episode. We're learning a little bit more about the behind the scenes. Again, new games. We're seeing that just like last season. Look, it's not always going to be just brute force. Like having a team of 5 Marines, let's say, doesn't necessarily guarantee you're going to win the game if you've maybe never played these kids games that they're having them do. So I like how it's deceiving of how you put your team together isn't always what you think. And I got a feeling, I'm going to call them our ragtag team that nobody else wanted. I got a feeling they're going to win. Something tells me that in the next episode when we see them, they're going to pull it off and they're going to win. The interesting thing with Gi-hun and the front man is that I'm really surprised that Gi-hun isn't skeptical of the front man already. He slipped up once, he used his name, and he's number 001, the same number that the old man had last season. I mean, to me, I would think he'd be a little bit skeptical of anybody who has that number. But we'll see. Again, high stress situation. You're not always going to be thinking about all the ins and outs. But again, the kind of the underlying MVP for me has been Thanos so far. Guy's been so entertaining. He's not necessarily a villain, so to speak, but he's an entertaining villainous type character. Again, the front man and everybody else. And I want to see more out of Black Square, because he's clearly the second in command, but I want to know a little bit more about him. Again, I think they're both ex-North Korean military, or both Black Square and Kang, and I want to see how they all work in here and how that plays out. Maybe we'll even eventually find out who's truly behind the Squid Games, but another banger of an episode.
Yeah, we saw them not still searching for the island. It seems like he wanted to go through the police though to be able to get more of an effort to search, because now they have a bigger crew, but they only have 2 ships. How much can you really cover ground? Right. So that's where that is kind of maybe going slow for you, is because he's trying to get the police and maybe higher ups even than that involved to look for this island. But little they know, it's rich people that are running this, so they're going to get around all that and be able to keep this a secret. Because I'm with you too. I'm a little skeptical of the captain of that ship, because he could have easily said, "Oh yeah, this is that island right there on the map. Yeah, you might as well cross that off." And he was like, "Oh, it's not near that one." It's like, come on. I'm sure you could maybe find something.
Yeah, or we checked that one already.
Well, the good news out of that, though, is in, episode 2, you and I, when we were doing our review, Answer and I were counting all the islands. He had X through 2 pages worth of islands. So,
and obviously I'm going to think the island isn't as on. I mean, I don't know how it's possible, but it's not on a map.
Yeah, well, and how much inspection are you doing of the island? You pull up to it, you look around, you don't see anybody, and then you leave.
And like we saw,
how much time?
And I mean, he was on the island last time for a little bit, but look at just the red light, green light, freaking trackable roof opens up, and then it closes, and then if you're flying over, you see nothing. So you have, and I like though how he did go. We only have 5 days, to find this all. So I thought that was really cool in that. And then, the the interaction between 001 and 456, like I get it, you should be skeptical of 001 because the last game, but just I love that they had the villain slip up and call him the wrong name. So I'm thinking he's gonna remember that, but just kind of like tuck it away and not make it known. So not like he'd be like, hey, you're the front man. I think he'll be a little more calculated about it. But I like how they're playing the game there at the end. Like first his buddy goes, well, you know, if you don't throw the rock right away,
lose a lot of time.
You lose a lot of time. And then after that he goes, if you don't do the spin thing right away, then we lose a lot of time as well. So I like their little back and forth there. But another good episode, learning more about all these other people. And I want to try and be more like Dave, you know. You're like, nope, I'm not getting attached to any other characters than our main ones, but it's really hard not to. I mean, you have a pregnant woman, like right there. We see Dave is scrubbing back from the first episode. There she is in the hospital.
See, the hat was on, so it went over my head when I didn't recognize her right away.
I didn't recognize her until
should have, because now
the mom was giving her food.
The card. They literally showed the card when he said in there, she's going to be in the game.
Yep.
So
well, and again,
and we knew at the clinic what kind of clinic she was at.
In my defense, so much stuff happened with everything else, that's why I don't remember. And they did do the highlights in her hair, which was a good touch too.
Like I remember seeing her out in the clinic. It wasn't though. I didn't connect the dots until the mom was giving her food and like saying
right here
eating this too. So that's what it gave that part away for me. But yeah, and then I really like this game. This is a fun new game, especially for us.
Fun. Jesus, guy.
This guy.
We're not in the Squid Game, are we? I didn't think we were.
Fun.
I know you got the purple or the pink light going on back here,
guys. We know where he's at.
He's got his lion mask in the back. He's going to be wearing, watching.
Like I'm going to be
using people as furniture.
The show still isn't as good as The Condemned, but no, I thought it was a new, fun, interesting game that we hadn't seen before. And how, like at first when they're getting teams, they're just missing like the mom and stuff like that because they're thinking it is going to be brute force or something like that. And we have a history of tug of war and all this other stuff. So that's what was great. That with this, it's like no, it's actually about skill. So it doesn't matter age, race, type, anything, you're going to be able to possibly get these games done just as long as you have good accuracy on some of them, as we saw the one guy when he finally hit it had his foot over the line. But another great episode, and I love the cliffhanger. We're getting ready for the ragtag team, I want to say, going into theirs. So I can't wait for the next episode. And then look, it still has her as his background on his phone. And
she's calling him right there.
Well, also he's wearing the hat, trying to hide his identity, like he said he had.
Which makes sense. He's there's been some stories in the news about crypto not going so well for some folks.
And Thanos and his Infinity Stones wanted to get up on it.
Yeah, intriguing, I would call the new game. Intense, I would call it. Incredibly stressful, but I would not use the word fun to describe this. I know what you're saying. They threw us a giant curveball in this particular episode, going with a different game, and of course the selection of teammates. It's a really interesting dynamic there when somebody's pick teammates. We did it. We did it in gym class in high school, but then you had to do it for group projects too, and so you learn. Can we get some information as to what team event this is going to be? You learn to try to get that information first, because again, who knows what sort of team event it could be. Now, the sort of team selection criteria they used in this particular game may have served them very well for something like tug of war. Hey, we want strong players, or we're looking for former Marines. We want all guys on this team. All those things, I think, would have been fair criteria for a team had it been some sort of physical challenge. As we learned, it was not a physical challenge. It was pretty much a game/skill challenge for the most part. So that was interesting. The top thing, get it to spin, fine. Knock down the other one, fine. I did find the other one intriguing. It looked like you had to pick one up and catch it, and then pick another one up and catch it, then throw them, get them to land, and then up in an overhand.
Just got that one.
Overhand.
I love that. Dave.
So all
I wonder
these
if that was
games,
legit.
all these games, they seem like games that would be relatively, and I suppose this would go for anything, but relatively not stressful games if you're just playing them with friends. But when you're under a timer,
your life is
under a timer, significantly more stressful. Under a timer with the consequences being you lose your life, even more stressful. And then, of course, the interesting component is some of them, like, look, the ones with the where you're picking up the colored pieces and throwing it on your hands. If you fail, you just start right over, right? Go again. But with the throwing and with the top, it goes a distance away from you where your team has to walk out there together, as we saw, and it creates another component. So yeah, a very, very interesting game. The biggest thing for me that I find most intriguing about this particular game is they are doing it in a fashion where a bunch of the other teams have to sit and watch as it happens. And so as you're watching it, you're questioning what the best strategies are. Who's the best person for each one? The nerves and the anxiety has got to go through the roof for all these. And look, some people perform better under pressure. Some people, the nerves is going to get to them and it's going to make them drastically worse at something like this. So, yeah, this new game, six legs, for lack of a better term, wildly creative. As I had said in the previous episode, I wouldn't be upset at all if they just went with the same games we were used to and just gave us a different point of view. But now we're getting a completely different game moving forward. Hard to say whether it's going to be similar games that we know or other games. And I'm also curious as to whether, and this might not be something we ever get an answer to, if it was supposed to be the other game, but it would have then been too easy with
frontman
with Gi-hun telling, because everybody would have gotten the triangle, right? Like everybody would have, I shouldn't say everybody, most people would have gotten it, or at very minimum, it would have been a lot easier for people. So I'm wondering if the game wasn't changed last minute, if they don't have, multiple games to pick from that they choose depending on who's there, the dynamic of the relationships. A great episode for me. Again, I'm with Mason Quinn as far as the other plot with searching for the island. But I feel like the writing has been so good that we'll get to that. So I'm not trying to let it be an annoyance or something that I shouldn't say annoyance, but it's just something that I'm disinterested in. It's just kind of on the back burner, and there's
because it's not like they're giving it a ton of screen time. It's like a couple of minutes just to remind you it's
another.
Still there.
It's just another layer, and then of
Not
course
3 episodes later, they found the island.
Right.
How'd that happen?
And then of course we have the whole storyline with the organ harvesting, which is, again, I feel like they're giving that about the same amount of time as the kind of the look for the island. So it's look, they're creating another layer. They're getting us invested in Pink Suit number 11. What's her background? What's she got going on? What's her motivation for being here? But again, another phenomenal episode. We're over halfway through now, and for me, this season is delivering every bit as much as season 1 did.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Frontman can kick some ass. So Thanos got his ass whooped.
You got your ass whooped.
So, folks, I just want to know if you made it this far already. Did you think that Frontman was actually speaking truth the first time you heard it? Now, I know, of course, we got some backstory on him, but part of me, just because the way it is right now, I just don't know if I trust everything, but it does make sense because of everything that's going on. So we got a lot of, I'll just say, politicking, for lack of better terms right now, going on with the back end with everybody right now, because clearly they want the organs. These folks are dying real quick, and they can't even get proper organ harvesting going like they want it to, so they can serve the purpose, as someone said, to save other lives. Which is interesting with Kang, her character. She is, hey, you told me, take them out. Taking them out.
Following orders.
I don't care what else is going on with what you're doing, even though he made it a point to her saying, we're saving lives. Which is interesting because she does have an emotional investment in the little child right now that is going through that bone marrow, that needs the bone marrow.
Number 256.
So I'm real curious on how her dynamic is, and if we're going to get a little bit more of why she is more the way she is than what we do now. I mean, they gave us a little bit of, hey, 7 years ago, right? I saw you mow down all that.
Yep.
So clearly she's got some skills. Right now she's doing a job as she was told, but they keep telling her she was already warned once. So she keeps doing it, but now who was that? That's what I'm curious as to why something's going on behind the scenes with half the crew, at least we'll say for now, until we get more shown to us, which again, you folks already know because you probably binged the whole thing in the day.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. I'm curious to see how our rescue crews are going to be able to find anything. Right now, again, after this episode, I still don't see a way. Obviously, there's probably going to be something. But right now, I don't see a way for them to locate these guys. Frontman, teaming with Ji-hun, is very interesting to me. Because I've been watching his face while the other characters talk. And it's real interesting because it looks like he's analyzing while knowing what's going to happen. And as we saw last season, player 001, it didn't matter if he lost. They took him away and made it look like he was done. So I assume that's exactly what could happen here with Frontman. And with the way that these new games were, I wasn't sure if it was like, the string is staying on so you can spin it, or if it's just literally that lasso, and then it just goes and spin.
That's what helps it.
So that's why I asked, is it supposed to spin, or what's really the deal here? And yeah, that game with the flip of the dice, I'd be toast, be donezo.
Well, that
immediately.
would be your game then if it was
That would not be my game if the four of us were in there. I'd be more like, give me the rock. I'll take out the rock. But yeah, the timing, I know everyone was like, rambunctious and everything. It'd be like, man, let's go. We got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get it all done.
As soon as they're going like this, we're walking.
We're going.
Yep.
So this, again, it's designed to make people lose. And just like we were seeing here, folks, kind of coming back, hey, we didn't have to go through this. You guys voted this. So it's interesting that they're keeping that in play. And I thought for sure we'd get this episode where we're ending the game. And then next episode, we could see if they're going to have people vote again. So I'm real intrigued to see if they're going to continue voting, or if it's just, we're in it now, Vic, and we're just going to go and hope for the best out of it. That's my fault for not knowing who the two characters were, because, again, the hats really threw me off. It shouldn't, but it did. And just kind of completely forgot about it. So, yeah, that's on me. So if I got a comment or two, like, you idiots, deserved. So... Again, with the organ, though, the organ donating, I'm really intrigued to see how that's going to play out, because they got only an eyeball out of the last one. So, again, I think it's a good episode. So far, I'm really enjoying Season 2 because it is, while still in the same design, we're still getting new.
Yeah, it feels bigger.
It feels new.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, it does. It feels new and it feels bigger. I did like how Frontman was essentially, at least this is the way I took it, he was essentially telling his story from the first time that he played and when he won. That was what I
want to believe that too, but part of me, just because it's like him, I'm like, I don't know.
Well, because we know his wife has since passed on, because remember, his brother went to the grave. So, so I mean, like, again, my wife's sick.
Working with what we know, I'm sure it's, I wouldn't be surprised if it's 100% to
what happened when
it felt like, at first I'm like, okay, is he lying to him because he doesn't want him to be suspicious, and he needs to have gotta have a backstory. Yeah. Every spy's got to have a backstory. But then when he started the delivery, you're like, this is a really emotional delivery for it to not be the truth.
Yep.
So...
Well, we're
on to the next one.
We're getting into the thick of it now, folks. We're in it now, and we're loving it. This has been a lot of fun. So hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Probably if you already binged it before us, but hopefully you enjoyed it then. And you're enjoying it now with us again. So for Appleton Oak, that's Time and Dave. That's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, Answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.